going to be watching another Degenerocity confessions video. I've watched a couple of them. I like knowing your dirty secrets, dirty, dark secrets. So, today we're watching your school confessions. I have not gone to school in a while. I did not finish my degree. So let's see what's going on.
I'm back, and I'm black. Last video, I asked you guys for your confessions, specifically your school confessions on the craziest events that happened at your school. And after reading multiple submissions, I realized most of y'all schools have something in common.
Wasn't there, actually that Spider-Man's kind of thick. Wasn't there a movie about a tire that tried to kill people? Anytime I see giant tire, I always think it's gonna stab me.
So much so, it feels like all you guys went to the same school. Most of these confessions were about your freaky couples doing stuff in class or in the hallways.
Oh, it's always the hallway. I'm a fast walker, okay? I don't know why. I always think that if I walk faster, that's less time walking, even though that's not even really true because you're using more energy, yada, yada, yada. But there were always band kids in my hallway making out. And it would always get like super fan fiction sensual, and I just,
The weird old teachers that were caught watching The Dirty or trying to do it with another student. People getting leaked, a lot of explicit stuff going on. I swear, like 80% of these submissions involve poop, beating it at school.
Ew,
and when it wasn't that, it was like, I pooped my pants in kindergarten. Bruh, it's kindergarten. I expect that. Maybe I should have thought ahead. I'm not really known for using my brain. But if I have to read someone smearing poop in the bathroom one more time, I'm gonna lose it.
The only thing I can think of that people used to do in the bathroom, I didn't do this, okay? This is more like men's restroom shenanigans. I think you get a piece of toilet paper and you soak it in water and then you throw it on the ceiling and you can make giant globs of toilet paper that can just fall on people.
This was a mistake. Like something else I've done recently that I cannot elaborate on.
Coffee. Ah, cool, a contract. Let's sign it.
So I'm just gonna go off and read my favorite ones that I could find. All right, let's start this out with a short one. One time when the teacher left the room to talk to a student, I checked the teacher's search history and find Zootopia.
What?
Stuff.
Oh!
You know, we're off to a good start. I used
Not the Zootopia furries! Thank you for the
Some kids got caught mixing in the bathroom at my school.
They were having sex in the bathroom? Oh my god! Was I a loser? All I ever did was draw stuff and wear my DeviantArt hoodie. I didn't do none of that. I didn't do none of that.
the school bathroom to piss. Will you ever forgive me?
No.
You actually used the school bathroom to use the bathroom? You're disgusting. What's next? You wash your hands in the school bathroom too? You
Hand wash, Skip. You get back to class faster. I don't know why. I swear to God, I wash my hands in public. But when I go to like a friend's house, I just turn the water on, I stand there. And then I turn it off. But at that point, I should have just washed my hands.
I share a class with a super senior, and we were doing a homework assignment about school threats. I made a comment on how sometimes students make threats, all talk and no bite. The super senior called me and started approaching me. Told his that if he wants to fight, let's fight. But the teacher pulled him aside and told him to go outside and calm down. And then this ass motherfucker had the audacity to throw a water bottle at me, and we both got sent to the office.
Oh,
the super
great.
senior looks like an edgy, quiet kid, lol. Bro. You should never mess with him, bro. You're first up on his list. If I were you, I'd start being as friendly as possible. Get him Magic the Gathering cards or something. You know, something
I
that'll
used to
make
play
him
Magic
mad.
at school.
This happened last year, and I went to the drinking fountain with my buddy after PE, and I heard noises in the bathroom. So we went to check it out, and when we jumped to look at the stalls, we saw the math teacher plowing the English teacher in the freaking male bathroom in between periods. It's freaking insane. He took
Not to be like an instigator, but use the teacher's bathroom.
a picture of it and showed the school administration, and he got suspended for taking the picture, but both teachers were fired. Why was he suspended? He took photo evidence of 2 teachers doing indecent exposure in a school bathroom.
And
Unless
he
he
got
spread it
trouble?
around to all the other students, he should have never got suspended.
Maybe he posted it on like Yik Yak or something.
What's worse is that the English teacher was cheating on his wife. Yes, it was 2 male teachers. And he had a son that was in our class, and bro never forgave us. Nah, if I was bro, I'd switch schools, man. There's no coming back from that. Like, what his dad did is almost as bad as having like an OnlyFans mom. You know, the clowning would never stop. I'm sorry for the interruption, but this video is also sponsored.
Ah, cool.
This video is sponsored by Dragon City.
Yeah.
Dragon City is a great fun mobile game for the whole fam to play. You can make your own dragon empires by collecting, hatching, and involving over 1,000 unique dragons. That's a lot of dragons. You can
I used to play Puzzles and Dragons at lunch every single day. That's an old people gotcha game.
make your empires look like whatever you want with this game's magical habitats, buildings, and decorations. Engage in crazy PvP fights with other players to make sure your dragon stays on top. You can unleash the wrath of your dragon skills with your big brain strategies to accomplish challenging quests and events. Join an amazing community.
Why would the dragon ride a motorcycle? Can he fly?
Of amazing players and work together to unlock exclusive rewards, and it won't be hard to find good players because Dragon City has over 450 million downloads.
What?
So what are you waiting for? Download Dragon City now using my link in the description or by scanning this QR code right here. And when using my link, you get a special bundle with 15,000 food plus 30,000 gold plus the epic Ovi Dragon for free to get you started. That's crazy. Again, what are you waiting for? Download Dragon City now. Thank you, Dragon City, for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video. There was this one dude who was friends with me since I moved to this state 5 years ago. And we've been drifting apart recently because he has some unsavory things about certain people that I did not want to be associated with. Yeah, let me guess. He was racist. He was very into airsoft. Yeah, he was definitely racist. He didn't have a
I've never used an airsoft gun, but I did go paintballing one time, and it was in Texas, but I was so scared of getting hit that I wore 4 jackets and 2 pairs of pants and almost had a heat stroke.
a lot of friends, but he thought of me as a friend. Fast forward to now, and it's Halloween 2023, and this kid comes into school wearing a full military tactical outfit with a bulletproof vest and a helmet. Everyone already thought this kid was a threat, and today people made sure to be extra nice to him, just in case, you know. I'm glad I stopped being around this kid so much, because I really do not want to be known around this guy. Yeah, your former friend is super weird, bro. I'm so glad that you got out of that friendship. But if I saw someone show up in that fit to school one day, honestly, I'm early dismissaling myself. I'm not gonna stay after school, possibly gonna get shot. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. Somebody brought a GUN to my school, and I called my mom from the basketball locker room, and I was like, Mom, somebody brought a pew-pew to school. And she said, you'll be fine. Just, you know, don't go outside. So I just sat there. I was like, okay.
Some motherfucker got his pants stolen off of him while he was taking a shit. Like someone just crawled under and yanked him off. Who the hell robbed him? Mr. Bean? My friend and I walked into the school thought giving the to a teacher. Big bro was moaning like crazy. It was wild. But after the school heard of this, the teacher was fired and the thought was suspended for 3 weeks. That day is now known as, did that shit really happen? P.S. You is not beating no damn demon. The f is you want? Yes, I am. I'm built different. Don't tell me what I can't beat. In year 8 on some cold ass morning, this kid who I only talked to like once or twice, he was weird, had asked me if I wanted to see something. I said yes, of course. And he opened his jacket to show me a grenade.
Oh my God. What are you buying? Resident Evil at school.
This kid walked into school with a grenade, and when our classes started, the building he was in evacuated because he threw the grenade, pin still in, and everyone started screaming and ran. Police showed up and everyone got to find out what really happened. Turns out his grandpa fought in either World War II or the Vietnam War and kept the grenade as a memento, which is illegal, and this kid managed to get his hands on it. After police confiscated it, they safely destroyed it. A bunch of kids needed counseling, and the kid was taking some time to himself, which just meant he was expelled, but my school hates that word for some reason.
I got in-school suspension twice. What happened was, tell me if you think this is unfair. You guys have to be the judge, jury, executioner on this. But when I was younger, I was in theater class. I know, you're like, makes sense. And I had a giant prop stick, and this other guy had a giant prop stick. And he kept hitting me with the stick, so I was hitting him with my stick. And some other guy came up and said, hey, I support women's rights. If you hit her with that stick one more time, I'm gonna beat your ass. And I went, what? So he hit me with the stick. The other dude, boom, hit him right in the face. Then he knocked him out. I had to go to the principal's office, and they said that I sparked the fight, so I got suspended. I don't know. It haunts me to this day. That was so unfair, man.
Bruh, imagine if the school's weird kid approaches you and pulls out a grenade. Like, what do you do in that situation, honestly? I don't know what I would do. Because if he pulls the pin, how do I get away? If I run away, he's just gonna chuck that shit at me and I'll blow up. If I stay there, he's gonna stay there too and I blow up. What am I gonna do? Thank God he didn't pull the pin, and thankfully everybody at your school is safe. At my high school, there was this girl that everyone had a major crush on. Turns out she was sleeping with everyone.
What?
I know this because I might have slept with her. She got a boyfriend and slept with someone else while having a boyfriend. The boyfriend killed the random NPC and went to jail.
What?
After this, she was questioned by police and told them that the boyfriend wasn't satisfying her. Turns out she had mental problems and went to a ward. Fast forward 7 years later, and my girlfriend meets this really nice person. It's the same girl. Bruh, run. Basically, I bought a
What are you guys getting up to? I have done nothing with my life.
gun to school because I was super mad at my teachers and
Wow! This is the most American video of all time, by the way. What do you mean I was mad at my teacher, so I brought a gun to school?
classmates for making fun of me. I then walked in school, got patted down because one of my friends ratted on me and I had got expelled. Thank God, bro. What's with these school threat stories, bro? You think I'm gonna be on your side, man? No, I'm not. I hope you learn from this. Don't be a school threat. It's not cool, dude. When I was in high school, it was revealed that the mystery meat they've been giving us for almost 4 years was monkey meat. So apparently the meat supplier for the school was a crooked piece of shit who wanted to make a huge profit. So instead of chicken or I don't know, horse meat, he got us monkey meat.
Monkey meat? What are you, a balloon?
Let's just say the school was locked down afterwards and the supplier got arrested. That's just so gross. That's probably being served in every
That is
high school,
nasty.
honestly. Based on some of the meat I've seen in my old school too, I bet that's monkey meat also. I blame Michelle Obama for all of this. If it wasn't for her, you guys wouldn't be eating monkey meat. So basically there's been this rumor going around, and it is that Jimmy smashed Josh's girl. So people kept it away, of course, and it ain't true. But Josh, he's a rebellious MF. He picks fights, so you know what he did? He smacked this girl and beat Jimmy's ass.
Wow.
Am I supposed to know who these people are? All right.
Jimmy, Mr. Beast, duh.
So I'm gonna do a speed run round real quick on a bunch of short confessions I got, so I can put as many confessions in this video as possible. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. I sold explosives at school. Someone put rat poison inside the water. A teacher ran over a student. Someone put laxatives in the school lunch. Yeah, group chat leaked.
Oh no.
I smoked a blunt, got high, then sucked my homie's feet for 2 hours and 16 minutes. Bro, timed it. What the hell? My teacher said I would be a failure. So I slept with her husband.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Guys, I have a disease. It's called Reddit brain syndrome, okay? I have read so many stories on Reddit that I believe no stories anymore. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
If only you knew. I don't know. So why don't you tell me? The fat kid in my school fought someone over a cheeseburger. Sex. Nutted in a saxophone. A girl got pregnant with her stepbrother's kid and had a miscarriage in a fight. I'm gonna leave it at that. Damn. I shoved my backpack Charlie stick up multiple people's asses.
Wait, are you guys bringing rolly backpacks? I don't think I had a rolly backpack. I think I had a DeviantArt canvas bag as my backpack. And then I was also the worst, most unorganized student. So instead of putting my papers up, I would just shove every single piece of paper in the backpack over and over and over and over again. I had so much paper that was never actually organized.
The bees attacked the entire school. It was crazy. My school boring as hell, bro. I ain't got nothing to say. Same. I was eating jerk's chickens in the stall when some dude walked in thinking no one is in there, and I ended up spraying on him.
Ew!
Nasty.
You guys jerk off at school? You can't wait 5 hours to go home?
Once I was caught reading yaoi in class.
Okay, this might be me. I was a weird kid. I used to make it so my grandma would take me to Barnes and Nobles. No, it wasn't Barnes and Nobles, it was Borders, okay? And she didn't know how to read, so I would pick up yaoi that was like wrapped and you needed to have an adult with you in order to purchase it. So every time I would put it on the table, they would look at my grandma and they'd be like, she's allowed to have that? And she goes, yeah, she can have it.
Homeschooling, by the way, and had 2 teachers sit at both sides of my table. So your parents call you? Also, someone was stabbed over $2. All right,
my
enough
God.
with the speed run round. Let's go back to the normal confessions, you know? So I used to run a school confession Instagram account. Then there was one confession that I got about a girl a dog and got pregnant.
Okay, 1, you went to school with Whitney, Wisconsin. 2, how would the dog get pregnant? This is like Uma Musume?
How is that possible? I didn't even know this. I live in an Islamic country, to an Islamic school, which if y'all know means the guys and gals are separated. And the only way we can even sniff the guy's presence is to talk to them on Insta or whatever. But some freaking how, one of the girls from my class had S, unfiltered pure S, with a guy in one of the girls' bathrooms in the girls' section. And it gets worse, because not only did this happen in 7th grade, but also apparently these 2 were half siblings, which kind of explains how they were able to meet up. But still, these mother effers got expelled when they found out. But how did they find out? Well, the girl got pregnant. And from what I've heard, it was twins. Oh my God, they actually had the babies. And to this day, I will never find out why she had S in the school bathroom with her half brother. Someone please save me from this freaking life. Help! Half brother? Half, not even a step brother. Half. Some kid jumped off the 2nd story of the school auditorium to avoid getting a Spanish test.
Hell no!
We still got the test.
Guys, I was so bad in Spanish class because I have something called aggressively white accent, okay? I was really, really bad at reading out loud and doing presentations. But what sucked is everybody in my class already spoke Spanish. I was the only person there to learn. They all went there to just F off and play on their phones and do nothing. It was hard.
Imagine willing to sacrifice your legs to avoid a Spanish test just to still get the test and fail. You'd have to watch out for me, bro. One time in 8th grade, I saw my crush walk into the girls' bathroom to take a dump. And after she was done, I licked the toilet seat. Bro, you guys have not heard of self-restraint. The craziest thing that happened in my school in the UK would definitely be when someone came in with a medical needle and started stabbing other kids with it. He then started to say that it was AIDS, and as you may be able to
Is this not an episode of South Park? Is this not what Cartman does?
predict, a lot of kids ain't appreciate it. So a lot of them try to f him up, but he was so quick. Until a bunch of kids blocked the door just to beat the living hell out of him. And just when you think it's over, 2 feds charged in the classroom and literally tackled him to the ground and cuffed him. So yeah, we all wondered why the teachers ain't do anything, cause like this kind of thing doesn't go unnoticed. Well, that's because they literally called the cops and didn't want him to expect it. Now, that's not true. The teachers didn't do anything because they didn't want to catch AIDS either. They just waited for the cops. A whole investigation took place, and I'm pretty sure our school made the news, but there's a lot they missed out. Anyways, fuck you, you syringe swinging. We had to get metal detectors and search North Korea.
Oh my God. After the story I told you guys where that kid brought the pew-pew to school, we had to stand in line every single day at a metal detector when we got to school to make sure we didn't have anything on us. And we had to start bringing invisible backpacks. Wait, not invisible. See-through backpacks, and they had to search our backpacks.
Korea airport style for the next year.
Yes.
Going into school and purposely trying to spread AIDS is an act that only the most nefarious people would do. Hope you're safe, bro, and I hope you didn't catch the virus. All right, bro, check it, because you will genuinely not believe this. Now, I'm from an area called the DMV, and let me tell you something. Bitches in the DMV are batshit crazy.
Wait, do certain zones just spawn more crazy women? I don't know where the craziest women I've ever seen are. Maybe Florida. I feel like in Florida there's a lot of crazy women.
Back in the 7th grade, I had a very deadly beef with practically everybody in my grade. I was chill with like 9 people, but the rest wanted to see my ass more dead than Will Smith's career. One night when I came home from school, I was chilling in my room when my mom breaks down the door like SEAL Team 6 and snatches my phone out of my hands like it's a ghetto girl's weave. She starts scrolling through it and goes into my camera roll, then proceeds to tell the person who she was on the phone with that my phone was clean. It was my principal. I was weirded the fuck out until she
Yeah.
came back 30 minutes later asking me if I had made any threatening or even said things that sounded remotely threatening about my school. I said no while she proceeded to show me an email with screenshots of a Snapchat account with vaguely threatening messages.
Huh?
The Snapchat account was a fake account of me, and I was shocked as my mom
set
told me
him
to go to
up?
bed since my principal, who was known for calling the police a lot over small things, I called the cops to protect the school again. We're going to have to go to the police station to clear everything out with the cops and explain the situation to me. What I was able to find out through some digging and a fucking confession to one of my friends who went undercover was that this
Guys, this is like a novel. This is a choose your own adventure ass story. It is so long.
was another one of my ex-best friend's ploys to get me expelled. They used a VPN, all accounts, and burner devices to fake an account of me. Long story short, I ended up leaving the school and finishing my last month online, aka
Okay.
watching Netflix all day, while my brother went online, exposed their evil deeds, and the culprits got beat up for it. Hey, at least it's a happy ending.
Damn, bro. Who the hell your ops? The League of Villains?
Sorry, I just.
I never understood having ops in like this young of an age. 7th grade? Damn, bro. What you do to have so much beef with so many people, bro?
I don't know.
All right, let's read one last one. There's this pick me that literally no one likes, not even the
Oh,
teachers.
no.
So like last week we had a history test. Everyone loves the history teacher, and the class was dead silent.
Uh-oh.
You know, working hard and stuff. But like near the end of the class, the pick me got up and yelled, "I'm done!" And everyone looked at her, and this boy told her to shut the f up. The teacher heard it, and she didn't say anything. So the
Okay.
pick me was complaining how it was unfair and how everyone is so rude, and all the teacher was doing is staring at her. And the pick me said, "That's why you have so many miscarriages." The teacher just got back from the hospital after her 3rd miscarriage.
My God! Why would you say that? Holy crap! Wow, that's like the worst thing you could tell somebody. Kids are brutal. That's why I don't read comments on TikTok.
The teacher got up and smacked her. Then all the girls in the class, including me, got up and beat the shit out of the pick-me. She
JoJo
ran out
style.
of class and came back with the principal. But everyone said the pick-me was lying for attention, and people told the principal what the pick-me said about the teacher, so she got suspended. The class made a
Good.
promise to never speak about what actually happened and to protect the history teacher.
Protect
I
the
can't
history
tell if you guys are the
teacher.
heroes or the villains of this story, bro.
I don't know whose side to take on this one. So I'ma just...
What?
And that's all the confessions I'm gonna be reading today. I know these were a lot more tame than the last one.
that a dog?
But I'm not trying to get
That was a
age
drippy
restricted
dog.
again. But most of the confessions I didn't read were just like, you know, school beaters and
Okay, guys, what is that? Is that barbecue? Cause dang, I'm about to motorboat that rib. Holy crap!
weird teachers. You know, that was 90% of the confessions. I will 100% do this again in the future. I love reading you guys' confessions. I really do. With a different topic in mind. Thank you again, Dragon City, for sponsoring this video. Remember to click my
Thank
link
you,
in the
Dragon
description to
City.
get the exclusive bundle. Remember, I hope you enjoyed. And in conclusion, I'm trying to buy a Hellcat, okay? I'm sorry.
Whoa, he getting a new car. Well, that was awesome video. I like watching these. Honestly, I feel like these are the most fun to watch with you guys in chat. So thank you for watching all the confessions with me. Thank you for making the confession videos. They are awesome, amazing, make me smile and laugh a lot. And I hope you had a great time watching as well. Make sure to come by the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/BerryCrepe, or use code Berry at checkout for 10% off GG subs. Anyways, bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.